Hello, hello, my friend Isaia. Today we're going to go through all the 7 notes that are in C major. When I say C major has no sharps and flats, 0. I mean, when we have a scale which is diatonic, meaning it has 2 keys that share the same key signature, we have in C major, and then we count up 6 notes. Every key does this. C, D, E, F, G, A. The 6th note is the A minor. It has all the same notes as the major C, which means C major and A minor are relative keys. When we play a C note on the thickest string, the C note, we put our 2nd finger on the 2nd fret of that same string. We get a D note. When we play the string above it, we get an E. Now, the same tone can be found on the same string going up to the 4th fret because we're moving horizontally across these strings rather than going up just individual notations on one string vertically. If we did the construction of a major scale, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, like you said for the solfege, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, can be done by playing our 1st note on the 2nd fret, the D, on the 4th, on the 5th, on the 7th, on the 9th, on the 11th, and then the 12th. And that's where that octave happens again. And then after that, the notes just repeat because that's where it starts again. The distance between the bridge right here on the saddle and the distance between the nut and where the tuners are, that is the same micrometer both ways, meaning 2 halves. When we play up, we have C to D, whole step, D to E, whole step, E to F, half step, F to G, whole step, G to A, whole step, A to B, whole step, and then B to C, half step. When we go over the strings on the C string, we would play the root, the 1, the tonic. The 2nd note we would play is called the subtonic. It's right next to the root. We have a note after that. The E is open, or you can see it being there as well, but I would rather you play the open right now. Here's one of our first naturally occurring half steps. We saw it going up from our 4th fret to 5th fret, representing do, re, mi, fa, mi, fa. Well, when we go across, do, re, mi, fa, E to F, half step. The other naturally occurring half step is our 7 to 8, B to C. But we would have C for C major. We would have the D note for our D minor, the open E for the layered E minor. We would have the F note for our F major. We would have a whole step away to the G, and then we put the 2 bookends around it for the B note and the D note, B, D, G. And then we would play the A minor with the open A to A, wonderful. Play the F note, the B note, and the D note, and we receive a G7. Or we call it a B diminished. Because I wouldn't say C major, D minor, E minor, F major, G major, A minor, G7, C. I wouldn't say things twice because when I talk, I don't say things twice with words. Why would I say G and then G7? That's why we call it B diminished. It enharmonically is another chord name with choices. So this next week, what I'd like you to be able to do is do this. Play the C 4 times, quarter note, quarter note, quarter note, and then play the C major. Play the D, then the D minor, the E, and then play the E minor chord, the F, the G, G major, the A minor, the B, for B diminished, and then up to the C again. We will learn many new chords, but honestly, there's only 7 majors, 7 minors. We have 7 diminished, 7 augmented, 7 half diminished, and then every other chord is a derivative of that. Right now, we're talking about 1, 2, 3, 3 notes. So when we say C major, C, E, G is the 1, 3, 5. When moving it right, we see a DFA, D minor, E, G, B, F, A, C, G, B, D, A, C, E, B, D, F, C, E, G. This is what we're talking about, knowing the basis of one chord. C major has 7 chords. Each one of these is used for songs. We can also play in a different key. So if we said C, G, E minor, F, to a G7 or a B diminished, called a G7 this time, we would have C, 1, 5, 3, 4, 7, 1. If I move to another key, I can do the same thing with those chords. Anyway, it's great seeing you today. Practice on those. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Go slow. There's no reason to go. We're not there yet. We will be, though. It's good seeing you. Aloha.